The Emerald Tablets of Thoth the Atlantean. Emerald Tablet 1. The History of Thoth the Atlantean. I, Thoth the Atlantean, master of mysteries, keeper of records, mighty king, magician, living from generation to generation, being about to pass into the halls of Amenti, set down for the guidance of those that are to come after. These records of the mighty wisdom of great Atlantis. I began this incarnation in the great city of Kior, on the island of Undal, in a time far past. Not as the little men of the present age did the mighty ones of Atlantis live and die, but rather from eon to eon did they renew their life in the halls of Amenti, where the river of life flows eternally onward. 100 times 10 I have descended the dark way that leads into light, and as many times have I ascended from the darkness into the light, my strength and power renewed. Now for a time I descend, and the children of Khem shall know me no more. But in a time yet unborn I will rise again, mighty and potent, requiring an accounting of those left behind. Then beware, O children of Khem, if you have falsely betrayed my teachings. I shall cast you down from your high estate into the darkness of the caves from whence you came. Betray not my secrets to the children of the north or the south, else my curse shall fall upon you. Remember and heed my words, for surely will I return again, and require of you that which you guard. Yes, even from beyond time and beyond death will I return, rewarding or punishing you as you have given your trust. Great were my people in the ancient days, great beyond the conception of the little people around me now. Knowing the wisdom of old, seeking far within the heart of infinity knowledge that belonged to the youth of the earth. Wise were we with the wisdom of the children of light who dwelt among us. Strong were we with the power drawn from the eternal fire. And all of these, greatest among the children of life was my father, Thothman, keeper of the great temple, the link between the children of light who dwelt within the temple and the races of humanity who inhabited the 10 islands. Mouthpiece, after the 3, of the dweller of Undal, speaking to the kings with a voice that must be obeyed. It was there I grew from a child into manhood, being taught by my father the elder mysteries, until in time there grew within me the fire of wisdom, until it burst into a consuming flame. I desired nothing but the attainment of wisdom, until on a great day the command came from the dweller of the temple that I be brought before him. Few there were among the children of life who had looked upon that mighty face and lived. For not as the sons of mankind are the children of light, when they are not incarnate in a physical body. I was chosen from the children of life to be taught by the dweller, so that his purposes might be fulfilled, purposes yet unborn in the womb of time. For many long ages I dwelt in the temple, learning ever more wisdom, until I, too, approached the light emitted from the great fire. He taught me the path to Amenti, the underworld where the great king sits upon his throne of might. Deep I bowed in homage before the lords of life and the lords of death, receiving as my gift the key of life. Free was I of the halls of Amenti, bound not by death to the circle of life. Far to the stars, I journeyed until space and time became as nothing. Then, having drunk deep of the cup of wisdom, I looked into the hearts of mankind, and there found I greater mysteries, and I was glad. For only in the search for truth could my soul be stilled and the flame within be quenched. Down through the ages I lived, seeing those around me taste of the cup of death and return again in the light of life. Gradually from the kingdoms of Atlantis passed waves of consciousness that had been one with my own, only to be replaced by spawn of a lower star. In obedience to the law, the word of the master grew into flower, downward into darkness turned the thoughts of the Atlantean, until at last in his wrath, the dweller arose from his agwanti, or transcendent meditative slumber, and spoke the word, calling the power. Deep in Earth's heart, the children of Amenti heard and directed the changing of the flower of fire that burns eternally. Using the logos, they caused the great fire to change and shift its direction. Over the world then broke the great waters, drowning and sinking, changing Earth's balance until only the Temple of Light was left standing on the great mountain on Undal, still rising out of the water. There were only some who were still living, saved from the rush of the fountain. Called to me then the master, saying, "You must gather my people, take them by the arts you have learned of, far across the waters, until you reach the land of the hairy barbarians, dwelling in caves of the desert. It is there you must follow the plan that you know of." Then I gathered my people and entered the great ship of the master. Upward we rose into the morning. The temple lay dark beneath us. Suddenly the waters rose over it, and the great temple vanished from the earth until the time appointed for it to return. Fast we fled toward the sun of the morning, until beneath us lay the land of the children of Khem. Raging, they came with daggers and spears lifted in anger, seeking to slay and utterly destroy the sons of Atlantis. Then I raised my staff and directed a ray of vibration, striking them still in their tracks as fragments of stone on the mountain. Then spoke I to them in words calm and peaceful, telling them of the might of Atlantis, saying we were children of the sun and its messengers. I cowed them by my display of magic science until at my feet they groveled, where I released them. We dwelt a long time in the land of Khem, long and yet long again, until, obeying the commands of the master, who while sleeping yet lives eternally, I sent away the sons of Atlantis, sent them in many directions, that from the womb of time, wisdom might rise again in her children. For a long time, I dwelt in the land of Khem, doing great works by the wisdom within me. Upward grew into the light of knowledge the children of Khem, watered by the rains of my wisdom. Then I blasted a path to Amenti, so that I might retain my powers, living from age to age, a son of Atlantis, keeping the wisdom, preserving the records. The children of Khem grew great, conquering the people around them, growing slowly upwards in soul force. Now for a time I go from among them, into the dark halls of Amenti. Deep in the halls of the earth, before the lords of the powers, face to face once again with the dweller. High over the entrance, I raised a doorway, a gateway leading down to Amenti. Few there would be with courage to dare it. Few passed the portal to dark Amenti. Over the passage, I raised a mighty pyramid, using the power that overcomes earth force, gravity. Deep and yet deeper, I placed a force house or chamber. From it, I carved a circular passage reaching almost to the great summit. There, in the apex, I set the crystal, sending the ray into the time-space, drawing the force from out of the ether, concentrating upon the gateway to Amenti. Other chambers I built and left vacant to all seeming, yet hidden within them are the keys to Amenti. Those who in courage would dare the dark realms, let them be purified first by long fasting. Lie in the sarcophagus of stone in my chamber. Then I will reveal to them the great mysteries. Soon shall they follow to where I shall meet them. Even in the darkness of earth shall I meet them. I, Thoth, Lord of wisdom, meet them and hold them, and dwell with them always. I built the great pyramid patterned after the pyramid of earth force, burning eternally so that it, too, might remain through the ages. In it, I built my knowledge of magic science, so that it might be here when again I return from Amenti. Yes, while I sleep in the halls of Amenti, my soul roaming free will incarnate, dwell among men in this form or another. Hermes thrice born. Emissary on earth am I of the dweller, fulfilling his commands so humankind may be lifted. Now I return to the halls of Amenti, leaving behind me some of my wisdom. May you preserve and keep the command of the dweller. Lift ever upwards your eyes to the light. Surely in time you are one with the Master. Surely by right you are one with the Master. Surely by right you are one with the All. Now I depart from you. Know my commandments. Keep them and be them, and I will be with you, helping and guiding you into the light. Now before me opens the portal, and I go down in the darkness of night.